create AWS virtual machine, all I have to do is go to AWS web application and then click on my account. All I have to do is log in and then go to services, and in compute you can click on EC2. Then go to instances. You can see there are 0 running instances. Hit launch instance. So now I'll select Ubuntu Server 18.04 and I'll go with general purpose T2 micro, which is a free tier. I'm going with the specific subnet based on my region, that is Mumbai. So I'll select South 1A, which is available, and then I'll go to add storage. Storage is a root volume type. Give name as AWS instance 1 so that I can remember, since I'm hosting 2 virtual machines. Type, I'll go with all traffic, and source will be anywhere so that I can easily access my Apache web. And then I will download a key pair called AWS instance. Then you can see that your AWS instance is about to run. I have Putty or PuttyGen. Click on connect and then connect using Putty. Next, below prerequisites, all you have to do is click on Putty download page, and then you'll get a page. Click on download it here, and then you can see Putty packages. You just have to download it. So all I have to do is open PuttyGen and go to load. I will select my downloaded PEM file and then open that. After that, I'll just click on save as private key and click OK. So now I have to open Putty. You have to copy your IP address of your host instance, that is AWS instance 1. I'll just go and copy the IP address and then paste it in Putty. Click on SSH, then click on auth and browse. Browse your converted PEM file, which is nothing but ppk file. Open it and then you can see AWS instance 1, which is nothing but ppk file. Now click on open and you'll get a notification to access your virtual machine. Just click on OK and log in as Ubuntu. My server is all set, so I have to give certain commands. I'll give ls, my current directory. My current directory is home page of Ubuntu, and then I'll change to root directory cd /, and now you can see that ls will list out every directory that I want. I will become first root user, and then I'll update my server apt-get update -y. So once update is over, I'll just have to install Apache 2. So apt-get install Apache 2. Right after this, I have to start my Apache 2 server. So service space Apache 2 space start. To next line. Nothing actually happens, but now you have to go and copy your IPv4 public IP and paste that in your browser so that you can confirm whether your Apache 2 server is running or not. So you can see it work. So now all I have to do is repeat my first step that I did for AWS instance 1, and this time make sure that which availability zone your instance is running in, because when I create the second instance, when compared to the first instance in the same region, so I'll change to South 1B. Before it was South 1A in Mumbai region. Just give a name as AWS instance 2. You can give anything in your name tag. I'll change to any traffic and source is anywhere. So then just launch. I'll go with new key pair. If you want, you can stick with the key pair which you have already downloaded. But make sure you don't lose your key pair, because that is how you log into your instance and access your virtual machine. Now do the same step. Load, then select your PEM file which you have downloaded, then save as a private key. Then PuttyGen work is over. Go to your instance, that is your AWS instance 2. Make sure you're copying the right instance IPv4 public IP. Then paste it in hostname. Then go to SSH, then click on all, just browse your .ppk file. And then open, you'll get a notification. All you have to do is click on OK. Again, login as Ubuntu. Everything is same. This is just same as the last procedure. So anyway, just copy it and paste it. So my second instance is also working. My both the instances are currently running. Just go to load balancer, then create a load balancer. Three types of load balancer. One is application load balancer, another one is network load balancer. Network load balancer is costlier when you compare it to other two, but I'll go with the dummy one, that is nothing but classic load balancer, and create a load balancer. Classic load balancer as of now is just enough. My load balancer name as AWS load balancer, and then there are certain settings. If you want, you can change it. Just select existing security group if you have one. If not, then create new security group. I'll be creating SSH and as well as HTTP. So SSH will be on port 22 and HTTP will be on port 80. Was response timeout. It's nothing but time to wait when receiving a response from health check. So I'll be keeping that as like 2, and then the interval is nothing but amount of time between health checks, so I'll give it as 6. And then unhealthy threshold, it is nothing but number of consecutive health check failures before declaring an EC2 instance unhealthy. So I'll just go with 3 for that. And then the last one is nothing but health threshold, number of consecutive health check success before declaring an EC2 instance healthy. So let me keep that as 4. Then click on add EC2 instance. Now in add EC2 instance, I can see totally 4 instances which have been listed here, and the 2 instances state says they are running and they have different availability zone as well, whereas 2 instances state says they have stopped. So anyway, I'll just go to add tags and give some name as LB. If you don't want, you just don't have to give any tags. Now review and create, and then click on create. Now close. So now I have created a load balancer, that is nothing but a classic load balancer. and the load balancer which I have created, or any of the load balancer, will not be having any IP address. Instead, they'll be having DNS name, and this DNS name I'll just copy and paste in my browser. But I will not click on search. That is because if I go to instance and see the status, it says out of service. Till the status changes to in service, I just have to wait. So now it has changed into in service, and then I'll go to browser and click on enter, and then I can see that my load balancer is able to show me the Apache server. If I give a hard refresh, you might not able to see the difference, but my load balancer is actually hitting on EC2 instance 1 and as well as EC2 instance 2. I'll go back to my instance and I'll stop one of my instance, let's say AWS instance 1, and I'll just stop it, and I'll go to load balancer just to confirm. And in load balancer, the status says still in service. It might take some time to say out of service for AWS instance 1. I'll go to description, and now it says one of two instances in service. So that means the status might have changed to out of service. Let me check. In instances, it says out of service. Go back to browser and click on refresh. I'll come back to instance and I will stop my second instance as well. Instance, action, instance state, and I will stop my AWS instance 2. I'll go to load balancer and then I'll see for status. It says 0 of 2 instances in service. So no instance is in service, it's out of service. So I'll go back to browser and then refresh. I can see that the page isn't working. That is because both the instances have been stopped, and for my load balancer, the instances are unhealthy. I really tried my best to keep in flow with both the theory and practical part. If you understood anything about the tutorials, do like, comment, and share to your friends. Subscribe for more.